Got it.
All
Not if I
right.
have anything to say about it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our new video introducing our new vocalist, Peter Watson, who is over there.
How do you have the screens organized? Because you just
Yay.
pointed at me.
Oh, well, on my
You're
perspective,
just like,
it's
that's
that
Peter.
way.
You're pointing at me.
This is
But anyway, Peter, what's up? How you doing today?
I'm great, John Wesley. How are you?
This
Doing
is so
good.
far.
And remind us where you're coming from, because you are not USA American.
No, I am Barrie, Ontario, Canadian.
yeah. Just
Canadian.
listen to him say the word house.
From my house.
The hoose. The hoose. Say hoose.
Nice, nice. Well, we told you guys we were going to do an introduction video to get you guys used to Peter Watson over here. But before we get into your guys' questions, because you submitted quite a bit, so thank you for that. We're just going to let you know how this even happened, because it's kind of a funny story. So, Mike, why don't you explain to all our wonderful viewers out there how the heck we even knew of Peter's existence and why he's even with us.
Okay, so it was around the time that we were doing the whole vinyl pre-order thing. I asked John if I could have access to the band's Instagram so I
Big
could
mistake.
start posting, things about vinyl and some updates and make those stupid silly videos that y'all see. Since it's the same account, whatever I see, John sees. And I kept getting like 3 or 4 notifications a day on this Do You Think page of direct messaging. And the message would always have something to do with something called Elephant Watchtower. And I was just like, listen, man, like I'm getting so frustrated with how many notifications I'm getting. Like I'm like at one point I got up to like 10 in a day over some idiot online talking about, hey, you should do something with Elephant Watchtower. And I get so freaking frustrated because I'm tired of these notifications and I can't turn them off, because that also turns off John's notifications, and he's the one that's running everything else. So I have to endure it. And I, one day it finally settled down, and then the next day, some guy was like, "When's that split gonna come out with Elephant Watchtower?" And I was like, "Who the hell is Elephant Watchtower?" And so I typed in Elephant Watchtower on YouTube, and That Which Defile started playing, and I was like, I think they're on to something. and so John, we were talking about how me and him did not want to do vocals for Do You Think anymore, like because we came from an old band and we had a phenomenal vocalist, and that band broke up, and so we just really didn't know how to like handle vocals with somebody else, and so we decided to do it ourselves. And then through the 3 songs, through Bereavement and Magnify and Splendor, we realized just how much we hated it. We just hated being the vocalist. And so we were talking back and forth over what we wanted to do with vocals. And I think we both had like a light bulb moment where we were talking about Elephant Watchtower. And I think John or me, someone was like, "Oh, his vocals are so good." And then it was just kind of silent on the call. And then the rest is history. John reached out to him, and he's here. He's here with us now. He just replaced our former vocalist, who's hanging out with us tonight. He can't pay rent anymore ever since he left the band, so we've been rooming with each other. I hope guys don't mind him being up here, but that's the story. We hated it, being a vocalist, and all of our fans bullied us into listening to Elephant Watchtower, and so that's why Peter is here.
Yeah, quite literally. Yeah, we were bullied into this decision, but it turned out for the best because Peter is an awesome guy. Very talented. Absolutely love Elephant Watchtower material. I describe it as basically the jazzed version of Diatheke. So yeah, that's pretty much how that happened. And Dallas was like, "Yeah, he's good, so just do it." I'm like, all right, yeah. So
Yeah. Are we not mentioning the chicken's crippling crack addiction? Is that like that's the main reason he was not able to participate? Say right,
every
Stella?
time
Say right, he's a crackhead.
every time we approached him, he'd just say, "Ah!"
yeah, he's a one-trick pony.
Yeah, all he did was just smoke crack. He never even laid down any vocals. He just smoked crack.
Oh my gosh. So
Stella thought
anyway,
that was very funny.
that's the little background info for you all. So Peter's introduction is debut was on our Extol cover Embraced, which came out almost a week ago. So if you haven't heard that yet, please check it out because we are very proud of it. It turned out awesome. Peter did a fantastic job on it. So let's get to your guys' questions here. I'm going to kind of order these to the ones that are easy / dumb to the harder ones. So some guy literally just put in no question mark. He just said split EP. So Peter, how do you want to answer that one?
Listen, I'm in the band now. Like, we don't need to do a split EP anymore. We have joined forces. We're good to go. We have no plans to do a split EP. Let's put it to death right now. Four of us.
Put him down.
I hear so many hearts shattering right now. You heard it from the man himself.
It's not going to go away still. They're going to push back harder, but you know.
Okay, so yeah, that was just a dumb one. Here's a question from Don't Call Me Gene on Instagram. He said, did they really make such a talented vocalist try to audition like a peasant? If so, what songs?
Well, so to elaborate on the story for how I joined the band, so basically they went through their process of abuse and decided to try and contact me. And when John gave me a phone call, I was like 2 weeks prior, or maybe even less than that, like a week prior, I had basically decided like, I'm not going to do vocals anymore for Elephant Watchtower or for anything. I want to just hire somebody else to do it because I also kind of didn't like it so much. But when John was like, hey, do you want to join this band that I was already a really big fan of? Like, I loved all the singles and everything. I kind of was like, well, I need to at least try, you know? So an audition process was definitely a smart idea on their part. I did Magnify, didn't I, John? Yeah. So I did a bit of Magnify. I may or may not have done some other stuff that's not out yet, but I'm not talking about that too much.
Oh, dang it, Peter. You let the cat out of the bag.
I didn't say anything. I'm not saying anything. That's all alleged.
Yeah, it's from another project called Elephant Watchtower.
Really? Okay, here's a question by DVZ Psalm 40. Where did the name Elephant Watchtower come from?
Yeah, so it's not that deep of a name, if I'm being honest. So when I was 18 years old, I went to India with a very small group of people from my church. And I found a lot of things from that experience to be inspiring to me and kind of help me to just think about things a lot and think about the world differently. And in India, in some villages, they have these towers that are literal towers called Elephant Watchtowers. And they go in them to look out for elephants because elephants there are kind of pests and they do damage to the villages. Apparently they get drunk and somehow and they just wreak havoc there. So they need them just to watch out and keep themselves safe. and I thought Elephant Watchtower just sounded like a cool phrase. And I Googled Elephant Watchtower and nothing really came up. So I was like, well, no one else has done that. So I stuck with it. And that's
You love to see it. You love to see it. Yeah, I actually learned about Elephant Watchtower shortly before I heard about you. I was watching a video about a serial killing elephant in India.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it killed like 13 people.
Wow.
Yeah, that makes the name so much heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah, his name was Peter.
The elephant's name was Peter. Yeah. Awesome. All right, next one from Jacob Ward 10. He just says, what are Peter's influences? I'm guessing he means musically, maybe vocally. So maybe tackle on both of those perhaps.
Yeah. So musically, man, I derive influence from a lot of places. Bands like Extol, which I know is a big one for all of us. That, bands like Opeth. I'm huge Devin Townsend fan. But I listen to a lot of
Because he's Canadian.
Yeah, Canadian metal's the best. I'm not even gonna lie about it. Canadian extreme metal's so
That's a fact.
Like Gore Guts, Archspire. Man, we do it right over here. It's the way it is.
I don't recall Archspire saying anything funny like Hoos or anything like that. So I had no idea they were Canadian.
Yeah, I think they're
What do you
from
think about that?
Vancouver.
Yeah, they're from BC.
Yeah.
Huh.
Dude,
Yeah, they're like one of my favorite new bands. So
Yeah, they're
decent bands.
so good.
I just hope they start cranking out more fast songs. These ballads are getting a little old.
Isn't Thousand Foot Crutch from Canada?
Yeah.
They're pretty metal.
Oh, you want to know something? Ironically, I think when I was a kid, I saw Thousand Foot Crutch live like 4 or 5 times.
Nice.
It's just different because they were always playing at churches around Canada.
Yeah.
And tickets were always like a penny, so you could just go in, and it was great.
That's the same for me, but except it's in America and it's the Great Commission. I never paid to go see the Great Commission, but they played every show I ever watched.
Uh,
Oh man, I saw that band so many times.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so any influences vocally specifically? Like, is there someone you try to learn from or emulate or anything like that?
I don't try to emulate anyone so much. I love people like Michael Ackerfeld on some of the old Opeth stuff. People like Corpse Grinder from Cannibal Corpse, I think those are people I just relate to more as a vocalist, because stylistically that's kind of where I've found myself. Like in deathcore bands, like there are some really crazy vocalists, but I just can't do a whole lot of that stuff. I just relate a lot more to the more traditional kind of death metal sound.
Nice, very cool. Yeah, and you seem to have a thick neck too, just like Corpse Grinders. So
I would say there's a big difference in neck size there, John.
Yeah, those are big shoes to fill. I can't.
Yeah, those are some big neck to fill.
oh, that's a big collar.
You have to get an extra large scarf in the winter, just so it. Never mind.
So it makes one rotation. Oh my gosh.
When
Okay, so
you can't buy a neck warmer. He just buys an extra small shirt.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Okay, this one is from Arctic Hunter 9. What are your favorite types of distorted vocals?
Huh.
Or distorted vocal pitches, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's talking about, do you like the gutturals? Do you like highs? Do you like stuff like that,
Gotcha. Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like going real deep. I like when I hear music and other people go real deep. When I was a kid, I loved Chris Barnes. Like I thought Chris Barnes and 6 Feet Under were the coolest, just the best band ever. So I think that kind of thing I have a bit of an affinity towards, but I also like black metal, the guys who are just, way, way up there.
Yeah, awesome. Cool, cool. All right, here's one that says, when are we getting more Elephant Watchtower? They're not even concerned about us. They're like, oh, that's cool, but we really want new Elephant, so.
Soon enough. Be patient.
Be patient. Nice. Nice.
In all seriousness, I'm gonna put out a brief update video soon on Elephant Watchtower stuff, just to kind of talk about what I am working on, because I am definitely working on music that will be coming out soon. But this is Diatheke, man. We got to talk about Diatheke.
Well, Elephant is just way better. That's why. All right. Next one we've got. What is the answer to life, the universe, and everything?
42, just like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You've seen that.
Oh, man.
I lost my baby for a second. That's good.
That happens to the best of us. Who asked that question? What's the purpose of life?
That's just what I'm reading.
So no name attached to it. John, did you write that question?
No, Viking derelicts.
I think I liked his song on Instagram. That username sounds familiar to me.
Well,
the answer is 42.
To answer, I think the fulfillment of all human existence is a personal relationship with Jesus in all legitimate seriousness. And so that would be my answer to what the purpose of life and everything in the universe is.
Heck
Cool.
yeah, we're gonna be on the cover of CCM magazine with Michael, what's his name? Michael Smith, Rebecca St. James. Are they still around?
Yeah, I think so.
I haven't heard anybody say Rebecca St. James in like 10 years.
Oh, I'm sorry, Russ Staff. He's more relevant.
Okay, here's the next.
No one got that. That's how old that guy is. Russ, never mind. It was a dumb
man. All right, here's the next one from Metal777. Really cool guy. Love what he does. It's very simple question. Diatheke or Elephant Watchtower?
That's a tough one. They're the same band.
Diatheke, because I'm outnumbered right now.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
All
I
right,
think I'm gonna have to say whichever one I'm in.
My real answer is Rebecca St. James.
there we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is. There it is.
Yep.
All right, and last question here. Favorite Extol offshoot?
Offshoot.
Well, like, you know how there's a bunch of branches with that
Oh.
band? Yeah.
Oh,
I
like which
love-
members?
No, like Flesh Killer, Azusa, like the offshoots.
Lenzel, like all the members' side bands that they're in.
Hey, quick question. Do you guys see the timer that says there's 9 minutes left?
Yes, that's why I'm keeping
Okay.
it going.
Okay.
I
Okay, just
refuse to
checking.
upgrade to pro.
Me too. Me too.
Flesh Killer, dude. Flesh Killer's so good. I think the album's called Awaken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
My
pretty
gosh,
sick.
it's so great. It's produced really well too. Like the mix and master's so good. Yeah, killer. Ole Board's just the man.
Yeah, what a brilliant guy, dude. Cool. All right. Well, those are all the questions that require at least a sentence. But just to mix things up a little bit, did Mike and Dallas, did you guys come up with any speed round questions?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I got a couple.
All right. So
Mike, you
here,
go
this
first.
This is a speed round. So this is basic yes or no kind of answers, meant to be quick. All right.
Okay, super quick. Doesn't need any thought at all. Socialism or capitalism?
Social suicide.
Oh, okay. So, honestly, that was the only one. I
Oh
had.
gosh, really, Mike? That wasn't.
You can't read it. It's backwards. Can you read it?
Yes, we should read it.
Is it backwards? Is it? Do I have to write it the other way around?
No, trust me, you're fine.
You can read. It says,
This is
in
not
case
what
you can't see it, it says Bob or Vagine.
This is not what I meant, guys.
Or Vagine. Okay. Hold on. I have another one.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
All right, Dallas.
Hold on. Or can you read this one? I'm writing it really fast, so you have to so it's a thinker. The handwriting is bad on purpose. It's so you can have to think about it.
Oh, this is not
John,
what
I
I
need
meant.
help, brother.
Okay, fine. I have a for real one.
All right.
Let me write it down.
Oh,
That
this
way I
is
don't
another
give it-
real one, isn't it?
Yes, this one is for real. All right. Hold on. This one has a lot of letters in it. This one also is going to have bad handwriting, so you're going to have to be ready for that. Or,
Can handle it.
okay. Can you read it?
Lord of the Ring or Star War?
Lord of the Ring or Star War?
Which one of those has Spock?
Never mind.
All right. Well,
Gosh, that's so.
Dallas, you had your chance. Your volume went away, by the way. Yeah. All right. While
Can you hear
you're
me?
fixing that.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. There he is. You're
No?
back. Yep.
There you go. Okay. How much of that did you hear? You got the Bob's and Vagine one, right?
Yes, we got all of
Okay.
this.
So you got the left nut or the right.
Yes, we did.
Okay. So did you hear the one where I said,
We gotta get
Okay.
going.
all right,
Got it.
last one. Me or John? You got to say it right now. Whichever one you choose is the one that survives. The other one gets killed.
Why isn't Michael even an option?
Because he has to vote. You have to vote. It's me or John. One of us is going to die.
I mean, Dallas does have the lovely daughter, so I mean,
He's
that's
he's
right.
got more responsibility.
Got stuff to live for.
my hands are
Get out of the
tied.
toilet.
All right.
Okay.
That was close.
that was
Okay.
close.
Okay, Peter, I don't know what kind of chips they have up in your country, but what you have to choose between barbecue or sour cream and onion.
Oh, barbecue. You can get those sour cream and onion chips away from me.
I like sour cream and onion. I know that's a blasphemy because being from Texas and everything, but barbecue doesn't really taste like barbecue. Oh my gosh, she's flipping out of my arms.
All right. Okay, here's one for you. Would you rather fly or road trip?
Why?
Would I rather fly or drive in a car for days and days on end? I will take an airplane or a helicopter or a jetpack, or you can just slingshot me, get me out of a car.
Dude, come on, man.
No, for a metal band too, we're supposed to love piling into vans together and driving for 18 hours a day. But
John loves driving. He also sleeps without a pillow.
Okay, no one needs to know that.
Well, if you're going to be the one that loves driving over flying, and I'm sorry, my baby is having an aneurysm right now.
right, there's 3 minutes left. Mike, you have another one?
Nope, that was
Oh,
it.
really? Okay. Peter, headphones or earbuds?
Headphones, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Always. Earbuds is like for people who don't know how to hear bass. Well, it's not there. So
Yeah, I mean that's why they have everything bass boosted when you buy earbuds, because people don't know how to listen for it in the first place.
I remember the first time I heard bass. What's your next question? I'm just joking. Okay, so I was listening to the Showdown in a middle school bus, or a bus to middle school. I remember listening to the Showdown, and I remember I heard bass for the first time.
wow.
Very
So-
They're
profound.
like, whoa, what is that thing that sounds like a guitar, but way, way different?
All right, we got 2 minutes. What are the questions?
All right. EPs or albums?
Albums, because I like listening to albums, even though it's kind of
EPs have a higher chance of being good from start to finish.
That's a good point.
That's a
Unless
good
you're
point.
bad.
Yeah, unless you're bad. Just okay, really? You can do that. You say that for most anything.
Very profound.
All right.
Sorry, I keep cutting in right when you guys talk. There's a weird lag for me.
Oh, that's fine. You've said quite enough already. Okay, Peter, pizza or tacos?
Oh, pizza, dude. I like
What?
tacos, but man, I could really sincerely eat pizza every single day for
Oof.
just about every meal and be on one of those TV shows where your life is falling apart because you eat too much pizza.
Oh, I got one.
All right.
Sushi or McDonald's?
Sushi, then McDonald's on the way home.
Oh, man.
That's the only right answer.
All right, less than a minute. I'll do one more. Breakdowns or solos?
Is neither
Either.
an option?
Yes!
You don't like solos either.
If it's done really, really well. If there's a really good solo, but I mean, I don't know, dude. I'm a little tired of them.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
It's not the 80s anymore.
Exactly.
Man, you're really gonna hate DFE.
Yeah, you're really good.
Yeah, John has sent me a song that has a solo and then like a 1 minute solo, and then 30 seconds later, there's another 2 minute solo.
All right, that's already giving away way